Alright, we're back from outer space. Well, actually, Gettysburg, but yeah, that's where I was. I was in Gettysburg. My wife took me because I've always wanted to go there because there is a redonkulous amount of history there. Okay, so what am I doing today? Today, I'm making a brick house. So we need brick. Let's see what I got in my stockpiles over here. I think it's here. Yep. 64. I really don't have. I don't think I have enough brick to actually build a house. Well, we use that for other things. Let's see, because it takes 4 brick, I think, to make an actual brick. Let's see here. I can't remember. Don't. Anyway, yes. So 31. Yeah, it's close. 32. There we go. So it might actually be enough. I don't. Let's just see how it takes us. If need be, we can go get more. So brick. All right, we got 48 bricks. That will not be enough. I can guarantee that's not going to be enough. So we need to go get more clay. And where can we find clay? We can find clay in its unrefined state, usually in waterways, places where there's lots of water. I need shovels. Specifically in swamps. Swamps are a really good place to get clay. So let's get some. First off, we need to make some shovels. I am actually fairly low on wood. No, I'm not. I was just low on processed wood. So let's process up some wood. Bam. That should last me a while. Like a long while. And we now need sticks. Nope, it's a button. That's a lot of sticks. But I'll use them for something. Just keep having it. That should be enough. And let's go make some. Actually, wait, do I have? I have no cobblestone. So, can't make shovels. Now, I could use iron, but I tend to, for things like shovels, since I kind of burn through them and they're kind of fast enough, I just use stone for my shovels. Now, I wanted, super duper pooper scooper effective shovels, then, I could use iron and enchant it. And I do sometimes enchant my shovels with durability. That has been a thing I've been known to do. Not durability. What's it called? Oh, I'm blanking. What is it called? The one that makes them last longer. Oh, whatever. I'm just totally blanking on it. It's bugging me now. Whatever. But anyway, that one. The one that makes them last longer. Is it durability? Durable? I don't remember. But sometimes I'll do an iron shovel and like make it like super durable, and then it lasts forever and goes faster. But I don't normally find myself needing that good a shovel unless I'm doing lots and lots of digging. But hey, a swamp. Where is a swamp? I don't remember. I know there is swamp nearby. There it is. I think I've mined out. Where is it? There it is. My little passageway down. Makes my life easier. Now, I'm fairly certain I've mined out all the swamp here. There's also another problem. I can't see. I think if you get like the darkness vision brewing potion that lets you see in the dark, I think it would let me see. Is that clay? That might actually be clay right there. Yes, it is. And once you actually get in the water, digging becomes a lot less effective. I don't think that's clay anymore. That's back to sand. See the subtle difference. Sand, clay. It's really hard to see. Now I think what we're going to find is that the clay goes under here a little bit. Ooh. Oh, good. Starting to get a little nervous there. Oh, the water's pulling me in. I'm trapped. I'm not trapped anymore. Is that? Now, one cool trick is if you're on the edge of not swamp, is you can see in, and it's not until you actually enter the swamp area that your vision becomes affected. There we go. Oh, but we also have this secondary problem. Night is coming up. This is fortuitous. One of the nice things about clay is that you actually get a fair amount of it every time you break. You get, I think up to 4. Oh, it's nighttime. Did I bring a bed? I didn't bring a bed. Well, I guess we'll just go back. Or swim. Not feeling very talkative today for some reason. But, yeah. That's how we can get some clay. That was kind of a lucky break. I think there's other places you can get clay, but swamp is the only one I remember. I seem to recall there was one more place where clay is somewhat available. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to run back and get, there you go, run, a bed. That way I can just explore as needed until I have sufficient clay. Now sometimes you can find it in shallow lakes in plains. It's not quite, I think there's a bed over, I have a bed in here. Okay, so I know shallow lakes is also a place. So if I can find a shallow lake, that's actually the best place for me because the visibility is much better. But you do tend to find, on the whole, more in swamps. So swamps for sheer amount, but I think I need to get brewing going, which requires me to find the nether fortress in the nether, which I haven't done yet. I also probably require that I actually get some proper armor, because I don't have any right now. I think I'm naked, more or less. Would be cool is if you could find clay, like deposits on the surface, like near rivers, not in them, but like near them. That hurt. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stay here. And see if I can't find clay deposits along the edge here. I think I got all this already. Is that another one? Or is that gravel? That's gravel. So I think we got all of that deposit. Nope, nothing there. Sand. See, I like clay. I just wish it wasn't so, it feels kind of rare to me. Like it's hard to come across in the quantities that I would like to work with it. Like if I wanted to actually build the city of Gettysburg, because it's, you know, where I was, like I said, I would need a lot of brick and wood. But I find it so difficult to get my hands on. Or is that stone? That's stone. That it makes it a rather rare material. And it's not something that you need just a little of. When you need it, you need a lot of it. I think it makes it in the swamp. So I'm not going to find it here. Let's get back to the swamp. I know I've been out this way already, so there's probably not much available for me to use. Now these nice flat areas are really the great place to do the digging, because what tends to happen is if you're actually underwater, your digging rate speed thingy slows down. So if you can find a shallow place like this, where you can dig, then you can stand still. Still stand. Not stand still. Yeah, you can see I was here too. And you'll do to dig at normal speed. Where are you, clay? That wasn't clay. I just realized I don't have a compass. So if I get lost, I'm gonna have trouble getting home. Luckily though, I do know that my base is behind me as I keep heading down the river. So as long as I don't get disoriented. Is that clay? I think that was clay. A little bit. But I'll take a little bit. A little bit's better than nothing. Alright, now this feels like clay territory. Is that clay? That's sand. Let's see here. That looks like clay. Nope, that's sand. That should be sand. Yep. I find sometimes clay and sand from a slight distance will look similar. Sheep. Is that clay? I think that's clay. Yay, clay! It really is. Alright. Get that out. I really do need to get potions going. I've been lucky in the past, and when I got to the Nether, I've had Nether fortresses just right there. And I know there's tricks to find them, but I never, for some reason, can get them to work for me. It has to do with the way they orient. I guess they always go in, like, was it north, northwest verticals. So if you just head east or west, or maybe the other way around, you'll be kind of guaranteed to run into one. But I can never tell which way's north in the Nether. And in Pocket Edition, I think it's different than what the techniques that are listed on like the wiki. Is that clay? Yeah. Which means I think that is a huge vein of it. Oh yay. I'm about to drown. Just park here and dig it out. This should bring me up to sufficient amounts of clay to make the bricks, to make the brick blocks. Oop, up. Don't drown. Thank you. So I think after this vein is done... Oh. Can I come over here? There we go. Just gotta stay on the edge. Okay. one of the tricks I use is that moment when you first enter the water, for a brief instant, you can see what everything is. So I come up. If you can catch it, it's really brief. Like, I don't even think that's a full second. It's like half a second at best. I think it's measured in milliseconds. Then you can use that to see where things are. Further, when you highlight blocks like this, it'll cause the clay balls to become highlighted. There's one right there. I got it. Okay. Should be some more right here. I think. Oh, I didn't get them all. I think. Oh, one more over there. Hiding in the corner. Come here, little ball. Alright, groovy. I'm heading the wrong direction. That's okay. I want to see if I can find maybe another guy's paint like that just nearby. That's a strange sand thingy. More sand. Is that clay? Yeah. One last. And this one won't be as much of a pain in the butt to get. And as we knock out these blocks, it causes the water to start filling into them. So you might sometimes actually get pulled and pushed around. So you gotta be careful a little bit. That's actually how I got stuck earlier. I dug myself a little cave accidentally. See, I'm actually getting pushed into this cave here that I'm making. That's stone. Yes. Although I did build a really cool base once. This way I went underwater to like a small lake or something that was right by our base. And I dug a cave, effectively, under the water. And so, unless you knew it was there, well, you wouldn't know it was there. Okay, I really should head back. Squid! I don't have my good swords on me. Oh, I got away. Like I said, I don't have a good sword on me. Do some squid hunting. Alright, I like my technique. Let's get right above them. And drop. Ah! Not doing very well today. I think I got it. Alright. That's good to know. If I go down the river, I can get squid. Because squid gives me ink, and ink gives me black. The color dye. So, let's head back. I should have... I'm seeing... Oh yeah, that's a lot of brick. Alright, then we can build my farmhouse. Yay! I'm not sure I have time for that today, though. I don't think I will actually have time to build the farmhouse, because I need to go order a whole bunch of pizzas for a party in a few minutes. My daughter is having her birthday. Technically, so am I, but I don't matter. It's her party. I got to go to Gettysburg for my birthday, and that was awesome. Because, yeah, that place is huge. I have to admit, I knew about the battle. I knew a fair amount of history, seen movies and documentaries, and read up on it. And Iced Earth makes a really cool. Does a really cool album. Not album. It's just a 3-song at the end of an album. Oh bugger! That way. Rendition of the Battle of Gettysburg. So I've known a fair amount about it. Did some research on Chamberlain because I thought of the 20th Maine because I thought he sounded really interesting. That bayonet charge that he did. But I didn't realize how big the battlefield was. Miles. Like, this thing was huge. You kind of think, oh, hey, there's a big field and some hills, and just, I don't think I'm in the right place. This, I think, is where my wife hangs out, though. So this should be able to get me up there. Not too far. But it's huge. I spent 2 days walking around it with my family. How am I going to get up there? Oh, here we go. She hewn some steps out of the rock. But it just, even in just 2 days of walking and walking and walking and exploring and playing Ingress, because, yeah, I roll that way. How do I get up there? I didn't expect that to work. I still hadn't even seen a fraction of it. But I did find Culp's Hill, where they have a big watchtower that you can climb up. And that was really neat. A little hair-raising, given, you know, I was dragging around a 3-year-old toddler who is prone to climbing everything and anything he can get his hands onto. So, it was a little nerve-wracking, especially when he wanted to go right back up on his own. I was like, no, 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 no. No dead toddler falling to his doom. Paranoid fathers are paranoid. But yeah, and monuments everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. Everywhere you look, monument, plaque, tombstone, more monuments, more plaques, more little memoriams. Memoriams? That's what I want. Is that a word? It is now. Memoriams to, you know, or markers of, you know, this regiment was here, and this is where we had cannons, and there's also lots of cannon. If you like cannon, all the cannon that they probably retired, you know, the late 1800s, and they didn't know what to do with, they probably just moved over to the park and other similar places. But yeah, everywhere. And then little plaques saying, hey, this happened here, and here's some quotes. And yeah, pretty nifty place. Wish I had a full week to explore it and didn't have a toddler dragging around. Maybe when he's older, I'm hoping that he can enjoy it. So if we put the clay balls now into our industrial furnace, it's going to make us those bricks. I don't have any fuel here, do I? There we go. Okay, that'll keep cycling. That'll work out. Beautiful. I think I have some lava. And yeah, so you know, when he's older, the kids are older, I'm hoping that they will be able to appreciate it more, be a little calmer and able to enjoy it as much as I was. But that'll, you know, fair distance away, because they're still pretty young, pretty energetic. Oh, hey, I have some brick in here already. Yeah, I'll just leave it here for now. All right, so we're just gonna let that run, and the next time we come back, after I've worked on some other stuff, we will have clay bricks, of which I can make brick blocks, and then I need to decide what to do for my roof, which will probably just be spruce, because everything's spruce around here, and I will make my farmhouse. This farmhouse will be where I'm going to keep my wool, my wool shearing stuff, and all my, you know, stuff for breeding livestock. I think it's going to go right here. I'm thinking maybe making a little chicken yard here. I haven't fully decided yet, or I haven't also decided quite on how big the house will be. I'm thinking, you know, I could. Question is, I could build it right up against the stonework here, and then actually go into. I could even go into the mountain a wee bit. I think I'm inclined towards that. I think what I'm going to do is build it out. This little farmhouse here, steepled roof, and then I can do additional storage as needed back here. And this gives me a fair amount of space for a chicken yard, which feels appropriate because I don't yet have anything for chickens. As we might see here, I've got sheep, cows, pigs. I could put chickens over here, but I think what I'm going to do is wall up this section as a means of defense and close in this section here, which means I'll only have one more area to wall in once I get the wall up there done. And that will be, I'll need to somehow secure this area over here as well. In which case what I might do is, so I'm going to bring the wall across here and around. Let's see the wall over there. And then what I might do is just kind of cut over here, maybe a little farther to there, we'll see, and then not even bother trying to secure all that area over there, because that's a lot of space that I just do not know what to do with. But if you have ideas, leave them in the comments. Maybe I'll explore that area sometime. If you are amused by my ramblings and stuff regarding clay, go ahead and like or subscribe. It is actually my hope someday that things like this may become a very small revenue source. We'll see. We'll hope. One can dream. No aspirations really there, but everything adds up together, and maybe someday we'll not have to have a 9-to-5 job doing IT. Yeah, that'd be nice. Anywho, like, subscribe, comment, whatever amuses you. Otherwise, have a good day, and if you ever find yourself in the position to do so, going out to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, it's an amazing experience, standing where those men stood, experiencing at least the landscape that they experienced, especially if you can go during the summer. That way you can maybe even get the heat that they had. And don't drive it, walk it. Walk the park. Get to know what they had to get through. The heat, the walking, run around with a backpack full of stuff, get a sense for what it was really like, except for without the blood and the shooting and the yelling and the screaming and the explosions of campfire. But because hopefully you never have to experience that in your life, unless you're a veteran, in which case you may have, in which case thank you for enduring that, and all that. Anyway, like, subscribe. Otherwise, cheers.